Excellent. YouTube says excellent. Both of them? Our son's room has the most interesting smells, I'm sure.
And that's warm there.
Yeah, it gets.
He is being comfortable, not too warm, not too cold.
Yeah, but his room, his window faces the morning sun.
Yeah.
So that room is always the fastest to warm up. And it
That's
stays warm throughout the day.
Yeah, that's warm for them.
They need to cut his piece down.
I am streaming, by the way.
Right now?
We're live. Are
But
you?
You're screaming is nothing. Not the game or something yet.
Do you have something you want to say?
No, I just don't know how the game to play.
Not yet. So it's a new game. It's called RoadCraft. It just came out the last couple of days. And I want to see if it really works with this new controller.
I saw that. The driving game.
Yeah, you don't start streams right away. You give people a chance to join the stream before you start so that they can see it from the start, from the beginning. Now, we don't have a lot of viewers right now, so we're not going to wait very long. Some people wait 15, 20 minutes for people to join before they start the game. You saw Savita ate my fried rice?
Yeah, I told you.
You told me.
That's not.
I didn't know. I didn't know until I went to tell her to go to bed, and I saw the box on her bed, just lying open and empty. I was like, I pointed at it. She looked at it. She looked at me. She
She told me she's hungry. I said, you
She's-
can check the refrigerator, have some food. So she said, have fried rice. Can I eat that? I said, yeah, you can eat that. And I'm pretty sure you already forget. You still have
What do you
spaghetti.
mean I forget?
You have spaghetti and the 100 big box is what?
Big box? What big box?
The first one and have so big the box. I don't know so what. I didn't check. It's been a couple days.
Big box of what?
You go to check. I don't know what you make.
What I make? That's not me, Sharon.
Not you?
This? It's not me.
This is what? This is what? Oh, I think it's the spaghetti and your name is Tony. You put the spaghetti. Oh, okay.
You're blaming me for something Andy did? You make the wings. I don't make the wings. I seriously thought that your memory is that far gone that you forgot you made something. I thought you wanted this. This is the apple. No, I said it was good. I didn't say I wanted it. I said I wanted the lemon and the orange. think we can start now. Okay. Everything's detected. 900 degrees. That should be good. Okay. Okay, everything's good there. Let's tighten you down a bit. That's good. Okay. All right, what's up, everybody? We're back for an all-new game. Literally brand new game. Just came out a couple days ago. Well, there we go. This is RoadCraft. So we're not going to use this view for the whole stream. This is just to show you the setup and kind of walk you through the controls that I'm using. Okay. So should I not do this now, or?
You can do yours, but when you're talking with me, I'm focused on you.
I'm not talking to you.
Okay. No. Bye-bye.
I'm sorry. My wife is working from home today. Okay, so you can't see it, but I've also got the Logitech heavy equipment side panel over here. I'm going to try and work this into the controls today as well. But the focus is going to be on the HORI truck control system, since I'm not convinced that that the support for this is going to be that great in the game, but I'm going to try and make it as immersive and comprehensive as possible. Hello there, Bandmaster. Welcome to the stream. All right. Like I said, we won't use this view too long. Just showing you the setup. If I go to, well, let's wait for the shaders to finish creating again. So I guess they patched the game last night. That's unfortunate. I went through all that trouble yesterday to get it set up, so we shouldn't have to wait for this, but it's fine. Here we go. Okay, crossplay. I still need to configure the controls again. All right, so let's switch to, it looks like they've already optimized this for 16:9 view. So if I go to window capture, oh, that's not fun. Let's try display capture. That's better. All right. So, uh-oh. Oh, I just found the camera. Okay. Let's turn you on. See if it sees the camera. No, no camera. That's fine. We need this space for the settings anyway. All right. So it took a while just to get the HORI to properly interact with the game to begin with. So first I saw that they had a HORI selection in here, and I tried using that, but it turns out that's for their older racing wheels and not for the truck control system. The truck control system is a straight up direct input device. We were trying with the default axis, steering axis, which is 1800 degrees, and that's just way too much for this game. So we've retuned it, which means now I have to, let's try this again, see if that worked. I don't know if that worked or not. Let's try it one more time. Usually you have to go all the way to the end. There we go. Okay. And for some reason, for the throttle pedal and the brake pedal, I've had to reverse those so that when I keyed it in here, the throttle pedal is actually the brake pedal, and the brake is actually the accelerator. But in the game, they work the way they're supposed to. So I'm not sure if there's like I really don't know how to explain that. But we need to configure the rest of these. So I was using a button on the steering wheel for the handbrake because the button box wasn't working. The button box should be working now. Let's check. It is detected. Oh no, that's going to open a web page. Okay. But yeah, it's not accepting inputs from the button box still. So I cannot get the button box to work with this game. All right. So it's just the steering wheel and the many buttons that I have here, but it's going to be, no, I guess we're going to leave that as recovery then, since we can't use the button box. See, this is very disappointing. All right, so what is handbrake right now? Button 11. Okay, that's this one. All right. All-wheel drive. And I don't know why it keeps flipping to the top there. All right, so for all-wheel drive, we'll use the analog button on the steering wheel. Okay, differential lock. We use the settings button. And low gear. We'll use the back button. All right, object interaction. Let's see if I can use the side panel for that. Nope. So either the side panel is not supported or I don't have it enabled somehow. All right, so for object interaction, use OK over here. Refill sand, hide hints, switch to map. We've already got that set to the map button on the wheel. All right. This is so annoying to control. Yeah, it just keeps jumping to the top. All right, switch to map, recovery, cockpit camera. So annoying. All right, cockpit camera. We're going to use that. Cinematic camera. Use that. Hey there, Kamen Rider Streamlighter. Welcome to the stream. Stop interaction. Let's try this. Okay, so we already got to the point where we're using the grader on the second vehicle in the first tutorial mission. So for this, I want to use. Nope, that doesn't count. All right. Raise is D-pad up. Lower is D-pad down. Okay, wind up the winch. It's going to be there. Unwind the winch. Rotate object left. Rotate object right. We'll have to figure out all those later. Tower crane. I want to see what those are like before I start to assign those to things. All right, so for controls. So there's not a lot of overlap here. It's just straight up key commands. Okay, they do have. That's D-pad right? No. Oh, that's button 5. Okay. And then cancel. Cancel should be this. Okay. That should help us a little bit. Let's jump into the game and see how this looks. Okay, so what I'm trying to do is minimize how much I have to use the mouse and keyboard. The way I've got this set up right now is, this is just a test. So everything is kind of wired up the wrong way. I've got cables going across the desk. The keyboard is right behind the wheel. The mouse is fine, but the keyboard is just too cumbersome to control. And for the Stream Deck, I have to use this to do anything at all. So it's not ideal. But if I can, optimize the game so that I'm controlling everything as much as possible from the wheel and the button box, which still isn't working, then I don't need the mouse or keyboard for anything. All right, so for camera view, I think we said this. Yep. Okay. For map, we're going where? All right, we've got, so it looks like we've got resources coming in here, resources going out here. Garage and storage. Okay. So I'm still learning this game while I learn how to control it. So what's my next objective? Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. So I need to build a road, ideally coming this way. What is that? Oh, that's the other vehicle. All right. So let's take a look at that. Nope. That's very sensitive. Okay. So we've got the phosphate plant, we've got the Ford base, we've got Orange Grove, which I don't think that's part of our game yet. All right, so this is the garage. How do I build a road? Let's find the generator first. That sounds more doable while we're learning. All right, so we need to head this way. Hopefully we can tow it with the truck. If not, I think they'll give us a new vehicle to tow it with. But let's do that. I'm in the wrong vehicle. Map. There we go. And switch to display capture. Okay. We need to turn around. Ooh, resource storage. Let's see what that's about. So button 4, resource storage. See, I wish I could relabel the buttons so that they're labeled similarly to the way they are on the wheel. All right, so we have 0 steel beams, 0 logs, concrete slabs. Okay, I'm really starting to like the idea of this game. So there's going to be some sort of harvesting methodology here. There's going to be some sort of game loop where you are producing resources or sourcing resources, as well as consuming resources. Okay. Obviously, there's nothing now. Okay, and let's head out. Let's go find this generator. My handbrake. And can anybody explain to me what's going on here? So if you look up here, there is a flashing green or red light. It's not something in the map. It's always this corner, and there's like a meter starting at the top, and it's going up and down. So I'm not sure if you can see it or not. Yeah, you can see it. So I don't know what is causing that. I'm on the latest driver. I'm using, the optimized settings. Well, optimized settings from the NVIDIA app. But the game is new, so I don't know if they even have an official configuration for this or not, or if it's just a default setting. But for someone like me with OCD, I find that very distracting, and I want to fix it. I mean, I want to fix everything I see that I think is wrong, but that's just me. All right, let's get back to it. So yeah, 900 degrees seems to be much better for steering in this game. 1800 degrees is just way too much. It's fine for American Truck Simulator, but that's apples to oranges, really. It might be more meaningful as we get into some of the other vehicles, and in that case, I might have to come up with a macro that'll switch the sensitivity of the steering wheel depending on the vehicle. But for right now, this truck, 900 degrees is perfect. Okay, so I'm entering the area, but it's a very large area. Okay, you just entered a search area. All the scout vehicles are equipped with an object scanner. Okay, so I need a key for the object scanner. The scanner will help you locate quest objects hidden within search areas. Got it. Okay, so for the steering wheel, I didn't see anything for object scanner. So see, this is why I want to see something over here where you can take object interaction. Okay, so object interaction is what we use to access the resources. So we have a key for that. Object interaction is button 4. Okay, differential lock is here. So I think object interaction is here. Yeah, okay. But for object scanner, I think it's the second action here. Doesn't like. Okay, so we're going to try 2. And that means we'll set this one to 1. Let's see if that works. Okay. Oh, but it's reversed. So 1. No. Oh, God. Okay, so... And actually, you can't see that because it's off the edge of the screen. All right, so some of the UI is off the edge of the screen. The rest of the stuff is centralized. But if you see here, I've got the aim winch and the action control. So now assign those to the wheel. So with the aim winch, I can do this stuff. With the actions, everything is nested. So 3 and 4, those are the keys that they're assigned to in the keyboard controls. So if we go and look for, no, custom action 3, custom action 4, those are 3 and 4. So if we go to steering wheel, and we do a custom action 3 here. So I have to hold 1, 1, 2, 3. This is so much more complicated than it needs to be. All right, let's see what this looks like. All right, holding 1. Yep, object scanner. Wow. The muscle memory for this game is going to be a nightmare. Okay. So we still have to be within like a certain range for the object scanner to be useful. Oh, there's something. What do we got here? Map. Okay. So what is this? Is that just a waypoint? But it's pointing to an object there, right? It says recover item, which doesn't seem to do anything. I'm a little confused. All right. So let's go around. I don't know if I can go back here or not. Nope. Looks too deep. Is there fuel in this game? Am I going to run out of gas? Some round mills can be pushed, pulled, knocked over, or hooked with a winch. Look for the yellow markings to spot them. Oh, okay. Ah.
有，我知道其实
All right. So aim winch is going to be key 2. Let's switch camera modes here. Maybe I'm not close enough. Okay, now 2. Why is that a thing?
他们都必须要压缩，经过主管方，对，经过主管方式，不管是 Excel 档或 PDF 档，多档，
Okay.
他们只要附加卡都要。所以变成说，即使我们回答，是我们回答说哦，明细没问题，他说是可能没办法马上给出来，也有可能他
So I just run into it? Ah.
我请他尽量
Okay. This is interesting.
刚刚淑萍有打给我，我有接打，我有接到淑萍电话。
Looks like a lot of yellow things.
那等礼拜就要结出去，他怕今天不给他，他到礼拜五赶快来不及。但我刚刚说下午他可能 no 不确定。
That's... Oh, I see. Oh, wrong key. Let's go the other way. Okay. Okay, I don't know how I feel about the little mini maze elements of the game. Are they working on VR for this? Because I can see how that would be fun in VR. But right now, my visibility is too limited because of the camera. The camera's static. It doesn't kind of... I mean, it does... It does flex a little bit. But it's just too rigid to really give you a sense of what's around you. All right, so we're going here. Okay, so what is this thing? Is this the objective or no? If I hit 2. Am I supposed to drag this thing like this? Okay, we're going to leave this for now. I want to see what's in that other target area first. Camera view button's not working anymore for some reason. There we go. Okay, so there's a target here. That's low gear. All right.
这样才能这样才能扛控，不然他们其实也担心说，这中间会不会有人发生事故，然后他也生气了，就他要离职了，然后拿不到钱。好，那我跟他说不要去，因为我不确定一下，因为其实我问他说工作方，他们好像会可以赔，所以我想说确定一下。好。
Managed delay hasn't been operational for ages, so we don't care if it doesn't survive the storm. Supposedly there is some auxiliary generator, as well as other supplies that could come in really handy if we could locate them. See if you can scout around the abandoned buildings for it. Once found, haul the generator over to the local garage for us to check if it works. So do they mean this? This is the garage? So it seems to be pointing to two different objects. One we found, but there's something else over here that we want as well. All right. But what I'm trying to figure out is, do I need to drag this over here? Or do I need to drag it to this garage? This is the only garage that I see. But it says the local garage. All right, we're closer over here, so we're just going to trial and error this and see what happens. We're going to do this one first. It seems to point to this as well. So that's what we're going to do. All right. It looks like a garage, you know? I need to figure out what else it's pointing us at, too. Did I make a mistake? I made a mistake. Oh. All right. So yeah, that's what I was talking about with the visibility. That's not going to do it. Yeah, I don't see either one of these saving us. Let's see if I can catch that wheel somehow. Why is this button sticking? All right. The nearest recovery is the forward base. Wow. Okay. Wait, if those are the resources, then I need to go this way. Oh, it starts with a handbrake set. Whoa. Okay, now I want to see what else this thing is pointing us at. Wow. That was not good. Something's knocking the steering. Am I hitting something specific? No, something's just knocking me over. Okay. We're still honed in on that barrel. Why? Why is that barrel important? All right, we'll figure that out later. Oh, we don't need to go up there again. Actually, I should hook up my Tobii eye controller and see if I can tune this thing for that as well. I want a real reverse, not a brake reverse. Okay. I wonder if I should be in low gear for this too. It's probably not easy. Ugh. Hopefully that will clear. That should clear. I mean, the cargo should clear, not me. Come on. There we go. Perfect. I really hope this is the right way. All right. How do I hoist? Wow. Oh, well, it worked. I really hope this is the right way. I'm assuming the way they lit up the object and lit up this location, that it's informing me that I need to pull it here and not back to the forward base. Otherwise, why do they have this whole path that leads you here anyway? Since they seem to be for the same objective. Here's hoping. Oh, thank you. Okay, recover the generator. Area revealed. All right. What's next? It still has me on that. Maybe that's a resource. Maybe since I've discovered that, that's a resource and I have to take it back to the forward base. All right, build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. Infrastructure route. So I guess this is where you learn how to craft. All right. So we're going to do that. We're going to pick up that barrel on our way out and take it with us. Wait. There's another line now too. Or is that just a leftover marker from the previous objective? Yeah, I think that's just the old marker. Okay. A lot of little quirks and not so much defects, but just eccentricities in this game that don't make a lot of sense yet. But it is a brand new game, and I know that they're still working on it. I mean, this is a full release. It's a full game. But they're still committed to supporting it. And so I'm assuming a lot of this stuff is just little bit code that they need to go in and optimize or fix. But so far, the parts of the game that do work with the controller, they work relatively well. There are a few things here and there, like you know, some of the hitboxes or collisions are a little non-intuitive, so you feel like you're being bumped around in ways that don't make Newtonian sense. But that's not exclusive to this game. There's a lot of physics models that have that sort of problem. Nope, we missed it. Okay. Yep, we missed it. All right. There it is. So if I hit 2 and object scanner again. All right. Why do we have to drag it? Why can't I just put this in the back of my truck? Or can I? I'm sure if I was supposed to tell me how. We're kind of going off script here, so. We don't need low gear for this. Oh, come on, come on, come on. Here we go. Okay. So I still consider that a successful test because now we know we can't pick it up like a power-up. Which I didn't think you could, but who knows. Whoa. Wow. I just saw that Twitch held back somebody's comment for profanity. The comment was LMAO. That seems a little much. I'll have to fix that. I'm sure there's some sort of sensitivity setting in Twitch that I'm not aware of or haven't looked at in a while. Maybe I do need low gear. Okay. Let's see if I'm right and this is a resource and we can collect it. So which one is the drop off? That's the drop off. So if we go and just pull in here. Okay, so 2. So I need to assign 1 and 2. I've done 3 and 4. Terrain scanner. Object scanner. Okay, so settings, steering wheel. Where was it? These two. All right. So pull winch is going to be here. And detach winch is going to be here. All right. So we can, we can detach it without having to hit the other button too. I cannot perform actions though. Yeah, I can do object scanner. Okay, so yeah, I don't know why that thing is a target for my winch. It doesn't really do anything. Let's get this thing. Oh, the barrel. Well, that's got to be a problem, isn't it? Okay. Okay. It's highlighted now. So if I detach, oh, I guess you do have to hit it. Ah. Okay. So we now have one of those. Okay, so if we pull winch, we need to get this barrel out of here too. Okay. Whoop. Oh, wrong one. I'm sure we're going to need these for the road we're about to build. Okay. So controls for that work pretty well. I guess you're not really a thing at all. I don't know why I have a line pointing me to you. What is that line? All right. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. So what am I doing exactly? We need to safeguard the coast against the impending storm. Your mission, okay, all this is off the side of the screen. Your mission is to plan a route from the forward base to the phosphate plant to facilitate the delivery of crane parts. Okay, this objective requires you to plot a route for autonomous vehicles. With requirements selected, press enter, and let's check out the infrastructure panel. Okay. All right, so we're plotting a route. So that gate is closed. The Infrastructure tab displays a list of activities that you can complete in any order. New activities will become available as you explore the map. Some activities, such as this one, are required to complete objectives. Open one of the requests to see how the plot works. Okay, so this one. All right. Forward base to phosphate plant. Build a route to deliver the crane parts to the phosphate plant. Start plotting. All right. So it looks like this is the best path. Okay. I don't like. Okay. That's good. All right. Now dispatch vehicles. Oh no, that's grayed out. Why? When the route is planned, press F to start the convoy. Make sure there are no obstacles left on the route. Let's check whether the route you've plotted works. How? How do we check? Oh, now it lets me click it. Oh no, it won't let me use the. It won't let me use the control on the wheel. Spectate. Okay. Oh, there's several trucks. So I take it as long as you have the resources, it'll start. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe we should, escape. Try and get out of his way. Maybe I can give him a push. Well, let's raise that up. Oh. Okay, greater control is still tied to mouse for some reason. Come on. Wait, did they just... Seems the route you plotted has failed and the vehicles could not reach their destination. All right. That was just a momentary thing, though. See, it looks like this thing is going backwards. What's the way back to that base? Oh, this is the wrong way entirely. Yeah, I feel like there should be there probably is. There's probably a way to control this going both directions and you just have to switch using some sort of toggle. But it's nothing that they provide for you on the screen. They've got a greater blade control, which is this. And that's the blade tilt. And then they've got this. Change mode. Sand flattening, that's not, okay. Marching. Asphalt default. Let's leave it on marching. Yeah, none of that allows you to switch the cockpit to the alternate facing. So I want to see if I can put this thing in the garage, just so we know it's out of the way until we need to use it again. Okay, so you can switch vehicles, but you can't otherwise get in the garage. All right, let's just park it over. Why is the parking brake on? I didn't do that. Okay. We're going to switch to the truck again. Why? Just kept snapping back to the other guy. We'll make sure we're out of the way of this new route. All right, map. Open dispatch vehicles. Spectate. So it's nice that it remembers the route that works, and you only have to finish from the point where it failed. Whoa. That's weird. That's a strange design choice. Okay. Okay, so you're not really building a road, you're... Or maybe they are building a road, they just... Story of my life. All right, so we need to plot a course from here to here. Do I need to take them up through here? Let's see if this will work. Oh, he has no problem making it. Uh-oh. Man, those are wide turns. I tried to minimize those. Uh-oh. So, looks like I need to do something here. Okay. Now for you. I don't know if I need to do something to that gate. Because it wasn't so much that it was blocked by the gate, it was actually that it was hitting the wall. Nope. I need to open that gate somehow. All right, let's get over there. Oh, there's some more concrete over there I can collect, but we'll come back for that. Oh, there's more over here too. I probably need all that to finish the road that they're constructing. I think they're still constructing something. I know, I know. Oh! See? Okay. So what am I supposed to do here? Oh, now I can see it. Okay. Supposed to blow it open the other way? Okay. Okay. Let's get out of their way. Even though it's red, I'm assuming it's going to work. Okay. Okay, move concrete slabs to the loading area. Okay, store concrete slabs. Okay, I need to get 2 more. And then what is this? The mobile crane. Okay, let's go play with the mobile crane. Can we load up the slabs this way? There is a few over here. Hold button 29 to activate the crane controls. Additional controls will expand once a load is attached. The nearby concrete slabs are a resource that can be stored. Use the crane to move them to the loading zone. Oh, they're still going. All right. So boom forward, RF. Toggle attach mode. Let's see what this looks like. And attach mode. This is very cumbersome. I really wish I could use my side panel, heavy equipment side panel. I want to figure out how that works. Okay, this is not working the way I want it to. Okay, so rope length RF. Nope. I think it's because I'm connected to the bottom there. Okay, so okay, so we need to reduce that rope length. Oh, we need to get out of the way. All right. This is not ideal. And this will work. Okay. Detach load. Okay. We only need one more. See, how do we control our mounting points? Cycle target. We can only clip onto those edges though. Detach load. Resources are stored in your base storage, which is accessible from any of your bases. Okay. On each map, you can unlock access to multiple interconnected bases. Your current objective requires resources to be stored in your base storage in order to be completed. For some reason, when I use the F key on the... I don't know. Okay. Complete task. How do we complete task? Objectives. Okay. All right, so side mission, connect the warehouse and the forward base with the route. What is this place? So I think we need to find that first. Okay, connect the warehouse and forward base with the route. Reach location. Let's get going. Not with you. Do we want to take that cargo truck, or do we want to take... Connect the war... What was the other mission objective? Bring resources to the phosphate plant. Why do I have to do that? Okay, I think I want to do the optional side quest first before I complete this mission. I think that's important. All right, so we're going to head. We're going to turn off the brake. What is that? Oh, that's some sort of sun flare bleeding through the terrain. It's not a big deal. I thought it was like some sort of radio signal or something I was supposed to capture or intercept. I'm looking for all sort of ways to make this game more cool and immersive. So I guess for my final assessment as far as working this game with the current level of support it has, in particular for the HORI truck control system, it's not that great, but it has the potential to be great. First things first, it needs much better support for the entirety of the controller, not just the wheel and the pedals, but for the button box as well. But again, it's not seeing inputs from the button box, and it's not seeing inputs from the heavy equipment side panel, which both of those would be outstanding controllers on their own. The heavy equipment side panel more so because of its joystick. But the heavy equipment side panel has been around so long that controls, support for the controls are either omitted by their own detriment, meaning they just chose not to support it, even though it's such a great controller. Just not something that a lot of people will have in their gaming setups, or it is supported and I just haven't activated it yet in such a way that the game is actually looking for those inputs. I don't use the equipment side panel very often. The only things I use it for are for flight simulator, not flight simulator, farm simulator, and for a flight simulator game called Frontier Pilot Simulator. And those are pretty much the only things I use it with. Now, to my knowledge, there's no driver or firmware updates for it. I haven't checked recently, but in the years that I've had it, they've never really released anything like that. Not Logitech. It used to be a Cytec product, I believe. But yeah, people that use the device with games that support it, they swear by it. It's absolutely phenomenal with the games that choose to support it. So hopefully, if they're not supporting it already, they will bring support for it. And if I just don't know how to activate it, I'll try and figure that out before the next stream. All right, so all in all, for the things that use the core functionality of the wheel, it works really well. But I've got the other controls mapped out across these different buttons and these different D-pads, and those parts of the UI really suck. You know, I have to hold one of these two buttons and then press one of these other buttons to navigate some of these, the winches, the nested actions, the crane controls, and I don't want to do that. I want to just be able to use, you know, one of these sticks, or ideally to use the side panel, and that would be great. Then this can just be actual truck controls for the trucks, and that would be perfect. Or bring in the button controller, the button box, and allow me to use these controls as well. Right now I can't do that, and that's also greatly hindering the gameplay experience. Let me go ahead and set up this route. Okay, so plotting the route. Maybe I need to expose this some more. Oh no, start plotting. Okay. Oh, we didn't come that way. I'm trying to connect them to the forward base. Okay. Oh no. Already? That's incredible. Oh, he did manage to get out eventually. But I'd really like to adjust the route. I don't like that they're... Well, okay. So yeah, so for the stuff that works, it's great. For the stuff that is missing, if they could bring that in, that would just make it even better. There's all sorts of controls on this. I mean, it's still geared towards semi trucks and truck engineering, but there are controls on here, lifting the front, lifting the back, that you can use for things like graders. Crane controls, maybe not so much, but that's where I think the sticks would come in. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of potential here, but we're not there yet. Oh, and they do have the buttons numbered. So I can... Oh. But some of these buttons are, the numbers are off. So this is button 30 in the game. This is listed as button 31, but this is button 29 in the game. So there are some discrepancies. And that's probably some issues between the HORI API that they use, the SDK that they give to developers, and or that could be in the driver. So they might not, because they're not reading this as a HORI driver device. They're reading this as a direct input device. And I did just upgrade the firmware on this last night when I was trying to get it set up for this game, because at first it wasn't seeing anything. The button box wasn't even seen by the HORI software. And so I think that has something to do with the firmware update being applied while this was attached via a USB-C cable, which doesn't seem to want to work. When this was going from USB-C to USB-C, it just didn't detect at all anymore after the firmware update. But once I removed that and I used the Microsoft cable that comes with the Microsoft Elite controller, so that's a USB-C to a USB-A connection, then this started working. So there could be some issues with the HORI API that's built into the driver that's mislabeling or miscommunicating the button numbers. But that's a small, minor concern. The major concern is that I can't use this, and I can't use the side panel. And until I can incorporate both of those with this, the game is going to continue to be awkward and cumbersome. That being said, I really like this game. I really like the complexity of it. I like what they're going for stylistically and thematically. They have a really good concept here, and yeah, it just the more I see, the more I unlock, the further I get, the more excited I become with the opportunities that I see. All right, let's see if I can upgrade this path now. Come on, isn't there a way to edit or update a route after the fact? Because these trucks are still getting caught right here. All right, if I'm going to have to remap the route, I want to, you know, unmask some more of this. Okay, there's no other way out of here, over here. Let's pull off though. Okay. All right, let's remap this route. I thought there might be another road here. You ready to go to lunch? You still want to go to lunch?
I don't know, it's streaming, so it doesn't follow you.
Oh, okay.
Please, I don't know.
Sorry.
You say that.
Okay.
I was thinking maybe I'll go or not. It's streaming.
So I'm going to cancel this route. You do or you don't like?
I do. I really enjoy.
So I was about to wrap up and we can go to lunch. Okay. All right. So this should be better. I just want to make sure it's going to get clear here. All right. That works. No. Damn it. Okay, but you don't have to remap the whole route. So I thought I was going to have to remap the whole thing from point A to point B. Thankfully, that's not the case. All right. We're missing those obstacles now. It's not great, but it's good enough. I think I've already completed the objective, so this is just a formality at this point, but I just wanted to clear up that front part and avoid any more hiccups or delays. But yeah, this has been RoadCraft. I'm still learning the game. I'm still getting started. I still have plans to play some more of Railroader as well. I want to get a little bit further in that game and show off some more of its gameplay before I retire that series for a while they continue to work on the game. But like I said, this game is pretty much complete. There's some room for improvement, and they have said that they are committed to continue to work on the game. And they've got an expansion coming out as well. But hopefully they will fix these hiccups and discrepancies and these omissions, bringing in some more controller support and some improved controller support before they finish the expansion. I hope I don't have to wait for the expansion, let me put it that way, to get the game where I want it to be. I want to be able to just sit down and immersively and intuitively control everything I need to control without having to, look up and rethink of where all these repurposed buttons from this semi-truck controller for this construction control game. But yeah, thanks for watching. Be sure to like, subscribe, and or follow whichever platform you see me on. If you like more content like this, check out our YouTube channel at youtube.com/Arcagus. If you like the streams, watch more at twitch.tv/Arcagus. I'm updating the schedule now, but I should be streaming still 3 times a week. Weather and internet allowing, providing. I had internet connection issues yesterday morning from Chunghwa Internet, our internet provider here in Taiwan. They couldn't tell me exactly why they had so much problems yesterday, but they did promise that it was a one-time thing and it shouldn't affect us again. So hopefully I'll be more consistent going forward. Anyway, thanks again for watching. And until next time, you guys be safe.